What is up, guys? Justin here with a pretty sizable Craigslist deal, and I had to go on a bit of a roadie to pick this one up. I drove like an hour and 20-ish minutes north of here for this deal, if you can believe that. But I think it ended up being worth it. Everything wasn't exactly in the condition that I hoped for, but I kind of anticipated that and paid accordingly. So I'll let you guys know what I paid for everything at the end of the video. But let's get right into this here. I'll start out with the systems that I got. I got quite a few systems here, along with a couple cool controllers. As for like the cords and everything, I've got a big mess of cords here that I have to go through and untangle. It looks like for the most part though, all the systems that I got came with their cords. There might have been one or two that were missing a cord or something, but nothing too devastating. So let's start out here with the N64 system that I got. Just a black system with the jumper pack in it. But and it only came with one controller. But honestly, the one controller that it did come with was probably like my favorite thing that I got with this deal, because it was the watermelon red N64 controller, which is one that I did not have yet. I don't have the matching system. It's one of the couple that I'm still looking for. But in the meantime, it was cool to get the controller. It's in pretty nice shape. The joystick is, I guess, used but not abused would be the best way to describe it. I'm sure it works fine. So that was awesome to get. I'll be adding that controller to my collection. And next up here is actually the only other cartridge-based system that I got with the deal, a Model 2 Sega Genesis, which is in need of a deep cleaning, but it looks like overall it's in okay condition, just a little bit dirty. And that came with a couple controllers here. Got a first party 3-button controller and a first party 6-button controller. And up next is going to be the only other Sega system I got with the deal, and that is a Dreamcast, which is cool. It's been a while since I picked up a Dreamcast system. This one's also pretty dirty and a little bit scratched up, but I'm hoping it still works fine. And it looks like it came from GameStop at one point, judging by the used sticker on the back there. And this system also only came with one controller, but it was another one that I was pretty excited to get. I've never seen this one before. It's like the see-through green Dreamcast controller. At least the front is see-through green. The back is just the white finish there. At first I thought this was probably like a third-party controller, but no, it ended up being first-party, and I actually had a VMU in it as well, just a white VMU. But I'll be adding that one to my collection as well. So moving on to probably the worst condition system that I got here was this silver GameCube. I mean, it's got like all the port covers and stuff, but there's like looks like a sticker of a guitar on the front there. That shouldn't be too bad to get off, but the power button here, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, it's all chewed up on one side, so I don't know what happened, if it got stuck and they tried to pry it up at one point or something, but either way, I'm sure it still works. These things are generally tanks for the most part. And so that came with actually one memory card here with a Boston Bruins sticker on the front of it, so I don't know, we got any Boston Bruins fans out there? And came with a couple controllers as well. Of course, the one first-party controller came with was pretty beat up. It's missing the rubber on the joystick there, so I'm not sure if that one's going to work. But it also came with this Indigo Mad Catz controller as well that feels to be in pretty nice shape. So moving on next to actually two different PlayStation 1 systems here. I only thought I was getting one with a deal, so to see the second one in there was kind of just a bonus. This one here is actually a 1001 model that has the AV jacks on the back there. These seem to be a little bit more desirable than the other models for, I'm not sure exactly why, if people use them for like modding or if this actually provides a better audio-visual quality, I don't know. Someone can let me know on that. But yeah, this is the 1001 model, and then this one here was one of the later models, I think. Yeah, 7501 model on that. But like I said, I only thought I was getting one with the deal, so to see the second one in there was just a kind of a bonus. Those came with a couple memory cards. I think these are both Performance brand memory cards here, and then a couple controllers as well. Third-party controller here, and then this first-party controller. And then moving on to the final system that I got with the deal, a fat PS2 system. This was a 39001 model, and that came with actually 1, 2, 3, looks like 4 different memory cards here, a couple blue ones, a red one, and a black one. and then a couple different controllers as well. A couple DualShocks here. We got a black one and a silver one. So I think, yeah, looks like that was all the systems that I got with the deal. I'm going to take a second to clear myself some room here, and then I'll show you guys all the games that I got with the deal. Okay, so onto the games, and I was really hoping there'd be some more cartridge stuff with this deal. The majority of what I got were PS1 and PS2 games, but at least the cartridge stuff that I did get was pretty quality for the most part. So I'll start out with the 2 N64 games that came with this deal. We got GoldenEye 007 here, and then a copy of Super Mario 64, the million seller label there. And then on to the Genesis games here. Got 2 complete in box games. Got Sonic 2. Looks like the not for resale there. Like I said, that one was complete. Pretty nice shape. And then a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Also complete. This one's been going way up in price lately. I was surprised, like $20–25 for a complete copy of this. Maybe even $30 for a really nice copy. That kind of blew my mind when I saw that. I had no idea it gotten that expensive. And then I've got a stack of loose cart Genesis games here. We got Toe Jam and Earl, the first one. Got a copy of Frogger. Mortal Kombat 3. The 6-pack. Beavis and Butthead. The first Earthworm Jim. And then finally we got a copy of Road Rash 3. Which was pretty cool. I don't know that I've ever even owned a copy of Road Rash 3 before. I've definitely owned 1 and 2, but this one seems to be a little bit more uncommon. I'm willing to bet this one's pretty hard to get, especially like complete in box. So it's cool to see that one in there. And then that was all for the cartridge stuff, actually. So I guess I'll move on now to the small stack of Dreamcast games that I got. Nothing special here, but a couple that I still needed for my collection, I think. Like this one here, Spider-Man. Don't believe I had this one. It was complete. It's in pretty nice shape. We got Test Drive Le Mans, Sega Sports, NCAA College Football 2K2, Road to the Rose Bowl, and then we got a disc-only Unreal Tournament. I was kind of hoping this one would be complete in box. I'm still looking for this one for my collection. I used to play Unreal Tournament on my PC way back when. And then this one here, which is in one of these generic, maybe a rental case or something, GTA 2. So it's got the front art, well, at least the cover of the manual anyway, and then the back artwork. I'm sure it's destroyed from being put in this case, but, and of course the disc falls out and has the Blockbuster sticker on it, so I'm kind of just disregarding this copy of the game. And then moving on next to the few GameCube games I got. Unfortunately, they're all disc only, but they're nothing special anyway. They're all in these GameStop cases. SSX on Tour, Freestyle, and All-Star Baseball 2004. So nothing special there. I'm not too disappointed that they're just in GameStop cases or whatever. So clear these out of the way here, and I will move on to the PlayStation stuff. Like I said, the PlayStation stuff made up the bulk of what I got here. And what I kind of did with these is, before the video, I kind of went through and picked out like all the sports games and crap, and I'll probably do like a pan over of them right now so you guys can at least see what they were. I just didn't feel like it was worth showing every single one of them in this video because, like I said, I got a couple stacks of games that were just pretty much crap. So I did want to show the rest of these though because I've got some pretty cool stuff in here. So let's start out with the PS1 games. First stack here. This one here, which I'll probably be throwing in my collection. Never seen it before. Ninja Shadow of Darkness. I think it's by the same people that made. Yeah, this is the same people that made Tomb Raider. So that could be pretty interesting to check out. Probably my favorite PS1 game I got with this deal. Bushido Blade 2, Squaresoft title. I think I have the first one, and looks like this one came from Goodwill at one point. $4.99 at Goodwill. Someone paid for that. Decent deal. We got, let's see, Spyro the Dragon, Black Label, Spyro Ripto's Rage, Black Label, and of course you gotta have Spyro Year of the Dragon, Black Label. So to get that trilogy was pretty cool. I'm definitely still keeping my eye out for the actual, I think it was the collector's edition that came with like the cardboard case, and I had all three of them in there. I'd rather have that than these three, but I might hang on to these for the time being. We've got, unfortunately, disc only, but one of the better games that was in here, Breath of Fire 3. I think this one might need to be resurfaced. It was pretty beat up, but even I didn't know it was coming with the deal, so it was kind of just a bonus. We got Medal of Honor, Greatest Hits, Twisted Metal. Some of these cases are pretty cracked up. Like I said, they weren't on the greatest condition, but what are you gonna do? Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction, Cool Borders 4, and this seems like it comes with every PlayStation 1 bundle. Driver 2. So moving on to the next stack here, we got Atlantis: The Lost Empire, Mega Man X4. It's cool to see that one in there. Greatest Hits Frogger. This one here is Rayman. It looks like Greatest Hits. It's missing the whole front of the case in the manual though, so not too sure what I'm going to do with that. As is this one, Lion King Simba's Mighty Adventure. Well, I'm not too disappointed about that. Top Gun Fire at Will. Greatest Hits Tomb Raider 2. Tomb Raider 3, again, missing the front of the case and the manual. Of course, you got to have your Gran Turismo 2. That's another one that seems like it comes with every PlayStation 1 bundle. We got A Bug's Life and Gex, the original. Just a few more in here. We got Jurassic Park: The Lost World. It's got kind of a cool, like, holographic looking cover on it. Looks like it came from a play and trade at one point too. I don't know if that was our local play and trade way back when they were still in business or not. Another one of these that is missing the front cover and the manual, but Sim Theme Park. The Little Mermaid 2. I don't know that I've ever seen that one before. That looks like it's in pretty good shape. Croc Legend of the Gobos. Or is it Gobos? I don't know. I think I've said Gobos in the past, but I could have been completely wrong on that. And then finally we got Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. There was also this like Yu-Gi-Oh game case in here that had some discs in it as well. I'm not going to show them individually. It was just a bunch of these like interactive sampler discs, along with another copy of Frogger, I think, and yeah, Frogger and some other sports games in here. It's not really worth showing, but anyway, clear these out of the way here, and I will move on to the PS2 games that I got. Alright, so let's see here, slide these over here. First up, we got Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. This one's pretty sun-faded. You can it looks like a family video sticker or something on there. I'm sure it's missing the manual as well. I'm not going to open all these cases, but I think the majority of them were complete. I'll open some of the better ones if I see them. But we got Ratchet and Clank, Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, Crash Twin Sanity. I don't know that I've ever owned that one before. Unreal Tournament, Smuggler's Run, Starsky and Hutch, Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, a few Tony Hawk games here, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, Tony Hawk's Underground, and Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Here's another one that I've never owned before, Activision Anthology. It says there's 45 radical games in one. And we got a couple of Dragon Ball Z games here as well. This one's pretty beat up, but it's Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. The whole corner right there is all chewed up. Looks like a dog got to it or something. And then this one here, which originally I was really excited when I saw, and then I realized it wasn't exactly what I thought it was. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. I confused it with Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which is the really expensive one. But this one seems to be pretty desirable. I don't know that I'd ever seen this one before. Like I said, I had no idea what it was when I saw it. And the next stack here, we got Jackass the Game. This one might be interesting to check out. I've never owned this one before either. I'm kind of curious as to how it plays, actually. Greatest Hits Simpsons Hit and Run. Greatest Hits Crazy Taxi. Got Jack X Combat Racing. And a couple Sims games here. The Sims, the original one here, Greatest Hits. And then a Greatest Hits Sims 2 Pets. And then just a few more in here. We got what looks like at least I think, is the entire ATV Off-Road series. There's the first ATV Off-Road, Off-Road Fury 2, Off-Road Fury 3, Off-Road Fury 4, and then Quad Power Racing 2. I didn't realize there was 2 different series of the ATV games there. And then we got Gun and Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. And then these last 2 here, I shouldn't say last 2 because they're multiple games, are these collections here. The first one here was this Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, which was really cool to get. It looks like all the games are in here. We got GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. I had seen this in the picture that he sent me of all this stuff, and I could only really make out the logo here, and it didn't occur to me what it actually was until I bought it and looked at the box. But it's funny, I think I've seen these recently actually at our local Walmart. I don't know if it's just our Walmart that sells these or what, but our Walmart still does sell some PS2 games, and this is one of like the ones they have there. I think they have it for like 20 bucks or whatever. This isn't really a real expensive trilogy by any means, but it was still cool to get it in really nice shape. And then the other trilogy that I got, which I've never seen before, the Mortal Kombat Collection. And so this one has Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Shralolan Monks, not sure how to pronounce that, and then Mortal Kombat Deception. They're all in there, and the box set is in pretty nice shape, so it was cool to get that one. I've never seen that one before. And so that was, I believe, all the games I got with the deal. Of course, in addition to the the crap games that I kind of panned over. And so for everything, the systems, games, everything, I paid a total of $160, which I felt was a pretty good deal. He was originally asking $200. I got him down to $160, and the guy that I bought him off of actually lived like 2 hours north of here. So he kind of met me somewhat halfway, I guess. I drove a little farther than he did, I think, but like I said, I got him down to $160, and it seemed like it was a good deal for the sheer amount of stuff that I was getting. I said it wasn't all in the greatest shape. A lot of this stuff is probably going to have to be resurfaced or whatever, but I'm sure the systems and everything work, and even with just the systems alone, that should be enough to get my money back. So I'm not disappointed by any means. I thought it was a pretty good deal. So I want to thank you guys for sticking around and checking out the entire video, and until next time, take care.